抱く感情は一体どこから来るのだろう。私たちはホームレスの何を知っているのだろう。彼らと私たちとは何が違うのだろう。
Sendai is the capital city of Mie Prefecture, Japan. It shares the same latitude as Washington, D.C. It is located approximately 180 miles north of Tokyo, on the Pacific coast of Honshu. So it takes an hour and 20 minutes from Tokyo by the fastest Shinkansen. Sendai is one of Japan's designated cities, and it has a population of 1 million. It is the largest city and the capital of Tohoku region. Sendai is well known for having been governed by Masamune Date in warrior times. We can see a lot of relics of that time, and a lot of travelers from overseas visit here all year round.
But Sendai has the same problem of many other similar cities in Japan. It is a problem of homeless people. This research exposes the reality of homeless people in Sendai, and in the end, it wants to clarify the lifestyle of homeless in Japan. Please compare what you can see here with the situation in your country. It might be one clue for you to understand what is Japan. To begin with, I'll show you some data about homeless people. As of 2004, there were 253 homeless people in Sendai City, according to the research of Sendai City Public Office. The population of Sendai City is about 1 million, so the homeless people are 0.02%. Compared with the figures until 2004, the number of homeless people had increased every year, and we can guess it's still increasing even now. And about living place, 36.5% of homeless people live in public parks, 7.9% live by the riverside, 0.5% live on streets, and 35.5% in other places. In this research, we would like to focus on homeless people living by the riverside. Then, we have a simple question. Can we live by the riverside freely? Whose property the riverside is? In Japan, there is river law for restricting citizens' activity against river and riverside. In 6th article of this law, there is description about types of rivers. First, natural rivers. Second, artificial rivers. But about property, there is no clear description and no regulation about prohibition of living there. Therefore, executive authorities cannot order homeless people to get away from the riverside, but only do some guidance. This is one of the reasons why homeless people are living by the riverside. Before searching for homeless people living in Sendai City, let's set up 4 questions. First, why are there homeless people? Second, how do homeless people live? Third, why do homeless people gather in big cities like Sendai? Fourth, how do homeless people manage pollution?
He didn't let me interview him because he is escaping death collection. And also, recently, a homeless woman was killed in Tokyo.
He became homeless because of family problem. He came to Sendai because there are some NPOs that support homeless people. They provide him with household things such as candles, foods, and clothes. He also chose Sendai because it is easier for him to find little forms of employment.
They don't want to be interviewed because many television stations come here, but these interviews only show a surface of their lives and ask them always same question, never telling the truth, and increasing the stereotypes about homeless people.
This NPO is supporting homeless people for a long time, and this NPO knows everything about homelessness people. So he said, if you want some or homelessness people or in detail, so you can access this NPO and get some information about them. Now, I will interview a person in charge of providing assistance to homeless people in Sendai City.
っていうのが今仙台市には5団体ありますね。一応5団体で仙台市との交渉の窓口として仙台協議会ができたんですね。でやっと出来上がったところにたまたまそのホームレス支援法、路上者支援法っていうのができたんですね。でそれと多分一緒に流れが来てたっていうところがあって、その行政ができないこと、私たちもできないこと、私たちはもうこの通りですので、行政の方はお金は出すんだけど、じゃあ何をしたらいいのっていうのがまずわからない。それは私たちはその困ってることはこういうことですよとやってるので、仙台市のホームレスの人々 Q&A、結構これの中って正確な数字が入ってますので、一般の人ってホームレスって汚いとか臭いとか、怠け者っていうのがまず、どうして怠け者に手出すんだともう言われっぱなしなんですけど、そうなんです。そうですね。大体福祉課だとか、そういう福祉関係の施設とか、あと区役所とか、そういうところに全部これはね置かせていただいて、これはいろんな会合に行った時にお渡しして理解してもらう。こう遠くから見てれば、ああ来たねホームレスのおじさんだと思うかもしれない。ちょっと一言声かけていただければ普通の方でしょ。とうちの人たちが全部出て行って道路全部下まで、そこの歩くところも全部清掃したの、雪かきをやったのがきっかけで、みんなにこう感謝されるようになったり、ああ普通の人なんだなっていうのをやっと理解してもらうとか、 結構作られるので、作る側のいいようにされてしまうって彼らの不満がすごいんですよ。名古屋の強制排除の時に現場にいた人の声とテレビに映ってる画像で、もう画像では都の職員が結構傷になってこうアップで撮りますよね。といかにもそのおじさんたちがこう自分たちが手を出したような雰囲気に撮れてしまうんですけど、現場ではたまたま違うところで自分がこう枝かなんかに引っかかったらしいんですよ。その血出たっていう部分に関しては。それをいかにも俺たちがやったというように映ってるという。
ひどいです。
ひどいですよ。だからニュースはもう作られるってね、彼らはねその話を聞いて。
Homeless people live by themselves, but most part of their life is supported by NPO. This is why many homeless people gather in Sendai City. NPO supplies them with plenty of food, blanket, and clothes. So, homeless people never beg from others on the street. Before making this film, I thought that homeless people created pollution. But they seem to manage the disposal of garbage responsibly. Some of them chose to be homeless, but some of them could not help but be homeless involuntarily. The major reason for becoming homeless is getting fired. For example, about former careers, I planned that 50% are builders. I think the builders are most affected by the changes of economic condition. Due to Japan's economic downturn, the homelessness has been on the increase. Our image of homeless people comes from the media around us, such as TV shows, radio, and even textbooks in our schools. I noticed that the contents we receive from them are very cheap and just report the surface of the truth. I think we need to think carefully as well as remove our prejudice against them. We could start open communication for them to re-enter our society if they choose to. However, there are some problems with homeless people. We were working for each other unconsciously. That is, we live in the circle of society. But some of homeless people do not hope to come in this circle. And their living expenses sometimes come from taxpayers' money. So citizens tend to look down on them, ignoring that the homeless people are a part of our society. Through this research, I understood that many homeless people hope to rejoin our society. I hope these films help us better understand them so that we can support and provide for each other's need.